light skin that they just all that? That they can come up with talking shit? Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm going to tell you something. One, I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my. That's one. And then two, why are you on my stuff if you don't like me? Why?
It was a warm evening in late March, the kind where the air carries a strange tension, like something major is just around the corner. Papoose was kicked back on the couch in his Brooklyn apartment, casually scrolling through his phone when the front door suddenly flew open. In came Claressa Shields, his girlfriend, storming through with her gym bag slung over her shoulder. Sweat still shimmered on her brow from her intense training session. She was unstoppable, an Olympic champion twice over, the undisputed queen of boxing, and someone who never put up with nonsense. But tonight felt different. Her usual confident vibe had been replaced by a fire in her eyes, one Papoose hadn't seen in a long time. "What's going on, babe?" he asked, sitting up with a calm but curious tone. He could tell right away that this wasn't just post-workout frustration. Claressa threw her bag onto the floor with a loud thud and began pacing back and forth across the living room, her sneakers squeaking against the wooden floorboards. "These light-skinned haters, man," she snapped, her fists clenching in frustration. "I'm so done with them, always talking trash, always trying to bring me down." Papoose raised an eyebrow, leaning back into the cushions, quietly taking it all in. "Wait, hold up. Who are we talking about? What happened?" Papoose asked, watching her, noticing how her chest was still rising and falling like she'd just stepped out of the ring. Claressa didn't skip a beat. "So I'm at the gym, right? Just finished sparring. Feeling good. Then I catch these two girls, light-skinned, fake lashes, all glammed up, running their mouths. One of them goes, 'Charlora thinks she's all that just 'cause she's got a few belts.'" She paused, her jaw tightening. Then the other one laughs and says, "Yeah, she's not even that cute to be acting like she runs the world." Papoose let out a low whistle, shaking his head. "They said that to your face?" Claressa crossed her arms, eyes sharp. "Nah, they didn't have the guts. They were whispering like some high school mean girls. But I heard every word. I was this close to walking over and showing them what these hands can do, outside the ring." He chuckled, trying to break the tension. "You should've, would've, been the kind of knockout they never saw coming." Claressa didn't laugh. Her leg bounced restlessly, like her body couldn't hold all the frustration building inside her. "It's not just them, Papoose," she said, her voice tight. "It's everywhere, online, out in the streets, even in the damn boxing world. These light-skinned girls, and some dudes too, acting like I don't deserve what I've earned. Like being dark-skinned, being loud, not fitting into their neat little box makes me less than. I'm out here breaking records, making history, and they're mad. Mad because I don't look like some airbrushed Instagram version of a champion." Papoose felt that. His ex had been like that crowd, plastic smiles and prettier masks. He'd seen how people tried to dim Claressa's light. And yeah, there was definitely that ugly colorism smell lingering underneath it all. He'd been in the game long enough to know talent could take you far, but skin tone still rigged the game in subtle, dirty ways. "They're just jealous," he said, gently placing a hand on her knee. "You're a champ, and they can't handle that someone like you is sitting at the top." Her voice caught slightly, not from weakness, but from the weight of carrying that truth for so long. Papoose didn't rush to fill the silence. He let it breathe, let her have the space to feel it. He knew Claressa wasn't the type to cry or complain. She fought her way through pain on every level, but this was personal. Finally, he spoke, steady and low. "So, tell me what you want to do about it." She leaned forward, elbows resting on her knees, eyes locked on the floor like it might hold the answers she was searching for. "I want to call all of them out," she said, voice low but steady. "Those chicks at the gym, the trolls online, even the ones smiling in my face but throwing shade behind my back. I'm done holding back. I'm Claressa Shields, man. I don't crash out for just anyone, but it's time they remember who the hell I am." Papoose grinned, that fire in her voice lighting him up too. "So what's the move? You going live? Dropping a post? You know how fast X eats that up?" A smirk tugged at Claressa's lips. the first glimpse of her usual self returning. "Oh, I'm going live. Right now. They want to talk? Cool. Let's talk." She pulled her phone from her pocket, flipped it to selfie mode, and tapped to start an Instagram live. The screen lit up, and within seconds, viewers started flooding in. Hundreds, then thousands. The count climbed fast. "Yo, what's good? Y'all?" she said, holding the phone up so her face filled the screen. "It's your girl Claressa, the undisputed champ, and I got something to say." Her voice sharpened, her eyes locked on the lens like it was her opponent. "I'm tired of these light-skinned haters trying to come for me. Yeah, I said it. For years, y'all been throwing shade at me, online, in real life, everywhere, and I've had enough. No more being polite." Papoose stood nearby, arms folded, giving that silent nod like a coach watching their star player take over. The comment section was blowing up. "Yes, queen. Who's she talking about? Claressa Wilde, maybe?" But she didn't pause to read any of it. She was locked in. I heard all the whispers, all the backhanded comments, and now I'm letting it out. She wasn't just venting. Papoose could feel it too. This was her taking back control, reclaiming her power. He leaned in, staying just out of frame as she poured it all out. "To the people hiding behind screens on X, calling me ugly, saying whatever. Keep talking, I see you. Y'all bitter because I'm dark-skinned and still thriving. Mad that I don't need your approval. I've been fighting for mine since I was a kid, and I'm not stopping for anyone. So if you really got something to say, step up. Otherwise, stay quiet." The live chat went wild. Heart emojis, flames, people shouting preach and giving Claressa her flowers. She glanced at Papoose. He gave her that little nod, like, "Keep going, you got this." "I didn't come here to shrink myself for anyone," she said, calm but powerful. "I'm from Flint, Michigan. I came from the struggle, and I still made it. So if you're pressed, whether you're light-skinned or just a hater, stay that way. I'm not wasting my energy on nonsense. I'm too busy winning." She ended the live with just a flick of her wrist. "That's my girl," he said with a grin. "You basically dropped a whole sermon." Claressa finally let out a real smile, leaning back into the cushions. It felt good. They needed to hear it. They did. He nodded, pulling her closer. "And trust me, they're feeling it too. X is blowing up. Right now." She laughed softly, some of the tension melting away. "Let them. I said what I said." For the next hour, they sat together, scrolling through the chaos unfolding on X. It was like a war zone. Some people cheering her on, others clutching their pearls, and a few trying to clap back but quickly getting drowned out by her supporters. Papoose kept watch, pointing out the best responses. "Look at this one. Claressa just ended colorism in one live." She snorted. If only it were that simple. It was a warm, late March evening, the kind where the air feels heavy with anticipation, like something big is brewing. Papoose was stretched out on the couch in his Brooklyn apartment, casually scrolling through his phone, when the front door suddenly slammed open. Claressa Shields, his girlfriend, stormed in, gym bag slung over her shoulder, sweat still glistening on her forehead from her latest training session. She was a force of nature, two-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed boxing champion, and a woman who didn't take crap from anyone. But tonight, something was different. Her usual cool confidence had been replaced by a fire in her eyes, one Papoose hadn't seen in a long time. "Yo, babe, what's going on?" he asked, sitting up, his voice steady but concerned. He could tell she was fired up, and not just from training. Claressa dropped her gym bag with a loud thud and started pacing the living room, her sneakers squeaking against the hardwood floor. "These light-skinned haters, man," she snapped, her hands clenching into fists. "I'm so sick of them, always got something to say, always trying to tear me down." Papoose raised an eyebrow, settling back into the couch. "Wait, who are we talking about? What happened?" She stopped pacing and turned toward him, her chest rising and falling like she was still in the middle of a fight. "I had just finished sparring, feeling good, you know? Then I overhear these two chicks, light-skinned, fake lashes, the whole look, talking trash. One of them says, 'Claressa thinks she's all that just because she got a couple belts.' She paused, frustration building in her voice. Then the other one laughs and goes, "Yeah, she ain't even that cute to be acting like she run the world." "Like what?" Papoose asked. Claressa let out a low whistle, shaking her head. They were whispering like some high school mean girls, but I heard every word. I was this close to walking over there and showing them what these hands can do outside the ring. He chuckled, trying to ease the tension. "You should've." Would have been a knockout they'd never see coming. But Claressa didn't laugh. She dropped down on the couch next to him, her leg bouncing, full of restless energy. "It's not just them," she said. "It's out there, on the streets, even in the damn boxing world. These light-skinned girls, and some dudes too, they act like I don't deserve what I've earned. Just because I'm dark-skinned. Because I'm loud. Because I don't fit into their neat little box. I'm out here breaking records and they're mad I don't look like their Instagram-filtered fantasy." Papoose nodded slowly, taking it all in. He'd seen the comments himself. X was full of that kind of hate, especially aimed at Claressa. Some of it stank of colorism, plain and simple. He'd been around the game long enough to know how the world operated. Talent could take you far, but skin tone? That was still used as a weapon in people's minds. "Man, they're just jealous," he said, placing a hand gently on her knee. "You're a champ. They can't handle that. You're winning, and you don't need their approval to keep doing it." "Don't," Claressa snapped, sucking her teeth and brushing his hand away. Not angry at him, just too amped up to sit still. "Maybe they're jealous, sure, but it's deeper than that. It's like they expect me to shrink myself just because I'm not their shade." She stood up, pacing again, her words sharp but heavy with truth. "I've been fighting this my whole life, Pap. Growing up in Flint, you think it was easy? Dark-skinned girl, broke town, no handouts, no damn. Pretty privilege. I had to claw my way up from nothing. And now that I'm here, they want to act like I don't belong at the top?" Her voice cracked, not out of weakness, but under the weight of everything she'd carried for so long. Papoose didn't say anything at first. He let her get it out. He knew Claressa wasn't the type to cry or complain. She fought through her pain, both in and out of the ring. But this was hitting different. After a pause, he finally spoke, his tone calm but solid. "So what do you want to do about it?" "You know I've got your back." Claressa leaned forward, elbows on her knees, eyes fixed on the floor, like she could find the answer in the wood grain. "I want to call them out, all of them. The gym chicks, the trolls on X, the whole damn world. I'm done biting my tongue. I'm Claressa Shields, man. I don't crash out for nobody, but I'm about to let them know what time it is." Papoose grinned, feeding off her fire. "Say less. I'm going live right now. They want to talk? Let's talk." Claressa pulled her phone from her pocket, flipped to the front camera, and hit the button to go live on Instagram.